Years ago, I was in the Toronto airport. I was speaking in Canada. I'm not like a super early morning person, and I got up really early, and I got through. I was going through security. Got through the little X-ray machine, and this TSA agent right here is checking a man's backpack right in front of me, and there were all the bins lined up right here so that no one's bag could start coming out. So I just wait patiently for this TSA agent lady to get done, and when she got done, she hands the man his backpack, and then I went up and started to slide all the trays down the bin so they could start coming out. I do not know why that when I went to go slide all the trays down, she goes like this, and she grabs them really hard so I couldn't move them, and you all, without thinking about it, I jerked my head up, and in my head I was like, bless her heart, no, she did not just do that, okay? And without even thinking about it, here's what I did. I stacked all the bins on top of one another. I slid them down. I said, fine, I'll do your job for you. That didn't go well with TSA. I do not recommend that, okay? And she and I are yelling at each other in the middle of the Toronto airport. And I get my backpack and I take 20 steps down the terminal and I stopped. I teach people for a living to take responsibility for their energy. And here's a big lesson I learned. That does not mean you were always going to get it right. But when you don't get it right, are you willing to slow down and make it right? And in that moment, I had a choice. I was either going to go around the rest of my day, and I know how I am, I would obsess about it, or I was going to go back and own my part of the conversation and relationship. I do not agree with what she did. I still think she was wrong, but it wasn't about her. I didn't honor the truth of who I was. I walked back over. She's turned around talking to a coworker, and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." And she, and I'm not being dramatic, goes, "What?" And I said, "I need to tell you I'm sorry. You did not deserve the way that I talked to you, and I owe you an apology." And she says to me, "Well, I don't accept your apology." Bless her heart, okay? Because in that moment, had I been emotionally hijacked and not had my stuff together, what would I have done? I would have tried to be right again in that moment. But by that moment, I was fine, and I said to her, "You know what? You don't have to accept it, but I still feel like I owe that to you, and I want to tell you that." And I turned to her and I said, "I hope you have a good day." And she turns to me and goes, "Well, I hope you have a bad one," and walks away. Who says that to people, y'all, right? But what it taught me was an important lesson about remember who you are.